for our dermamelan presentation. If you do have any questions, please send us a message in the chat and we'll be more than happy to help you with that. And I'm just going to bring up our presentation. So welcome to the future of medical innovation. We are Nuvior, and Nuvior is a very fast-growing company. We are Canadian based, and we bring all the amazing technology in market. We are here to help you grow and sustain your business. And I'd like to introduce you to our brands here at Nuvior that we are very proud to represent. First off is our 6-time AMWC conference award-winning end of the year. We should have full Canadian approval through Health Canada, and it will be on your shelves by next year. And we also represent high tissue PRP from Phedia. Again, another amazing award winner from the annual conference in Monaco from the Aesthetic Medicine World Congress. And this is a Health Canada approved device that makes PRP as simple and straightforward as you will ever be able to get your hands on. Today, I also would like to introduce Dermaceutic Laboratory. This is an amazing medical grade skincare line from France, and it was brought by a collaboration of products to support all their medical aesthetic treatments. They give you high concentrations of some of the best actives out there to support everything that you offer to your clients. And who we're talking about today, mesoaesthetic. Mesoaesthetic is the market leader in the field of medical cosmetics, and they are the leader in pigmentation. And that's what we're talking about today. Everything they do is created in science and backed in science for all skins. And without any further ado, I also want to tell you about our medical supplies. Here at Nuvior, we want to be your one-stop shop. So grab your invoices for all those things you need in your clinic and take a look at our Nuvior website, because we do price match. And if there's something that you need and you cannot see it on our webinar, then give one of our Nuvior team members a shout and we will source it for you the best we can. This is Louis here with using our products, but as well treating his own patients. So as a business owner, he understands things that you need in your world. So he is here on our team and always available to help you out. And I, of course, am Pina Lee. I am always here to help you. I love sharing my knowledge and getting you as excited as I am about what Nuvior has to offer. So today we're going to be speaking about mesoaesthetics, dermamelan. And dermamelan is a medical solution for hyperpigmentation. For the skin professional and estheticians out there, we do have Cosmelan that deals with the epidermis and all melanin-based pigmentation. But for those cases where your pigmentation is deep and mixed and in that dermis, we do have dermamelan. It is for all medical professionals that want to treat melanin-based pigmentation. Now, we know that pigmentation is a growing concern in all skin colors, both men and women. And we here at Nuvior understand that people come from all over the world, and that's why mesoaesthetic and dermamelan offers you a successful medical treatment to deal with these issues. And with meso, of course, everything they do is based in science. So they have the studies to support. They have improved it in the last few years. So now it even takes care of more pathways in that melanogenesis process. And of course, it gives you 89% results in reducing melanin synthesis. And with over 60 publications in science journals to show you how amazing it is. So when we're talking about dermamelan, not only is it an amazing way of controlling and ridding the skin of its melanin-based pigmentation, but it is also going to be a powerful anti-aging treatment. As you can see here in this study, we see that 32% of the wrinkles were reduced, as well as 57% of that reduction in pigmentation. So quite powerful results for an amazing treatment. Before we get into the beautiful essence of dermalan, let us discuss exactly what it does for the skin. Like most treatments out there, we deal with correcting the surface, the visible portion of our skin. So just like any other treatment, dermamelan will be corrective, dispersing that existing pigmentation and brightening the skin. However, this is what makes dermamelan so amazing. Not only does it do that corrective action, but it also regulates. And not just here in the melanocyte. This is where it goes medical. We are also working on that intercellular regulation, all those pathways that add to that melanogenesis process. So who is dermamelan for? As I said, it's for anyone with melanin-based pigmentation deep in the skin in that dermal layer. So if you're talking about who would be the right candidate, it'd be someone who has been dealing with pigmentation and nothing they've tried has helped. They've tried it all and it just doesn't get better. That is the perfect candidate for your dermamelan treatment. So yes, it treats all your solar damage. It treats your post-inflammatory pigmentation, as well as your ephthalides, which are freckles, and of course, melasma. Mesoaesthetic does this for you with two amazing innovations, melaphenone and Sigma Pigment Target. Now, melaphenone was specifically designed for dermamelan, and it is a molecule that mesoaesthetic has designed and owns. So it is exclusive to mesoaesthetic themselves. And what this little molecule does is it clings to tyrosin. You see, in the natural process of melogenesis, tyrosin and tyrosinase, that enzyme that gets the party started, lock together. And it's a bond that is indestructible. And with that process, once it becomes iodized, oxidation occurs, and that reaction, a few more chemical steps, and we produce melanin. So what melaphenone is going to do, it's going to take the place of tyrosinase with the bonding of tyrosin. That way, we are reducing the effect and activity of tyrosinase by here you can see that in a controlled activity of that tyrosinase because there's nothing there to inhibit it. By using melatonin and actually taking the place of the tyrosinase in that bonding action, it's reducing it by 56%. And sigma pigment target is one of those beautiful complex. And I'm sure Louise can agree with me. This is what truly demonstrates mesoaesthetics brilliance and scientific knowledge. They can take three very common and very well used ingredients like retinol, ferulic acid, and diazomin and combine them in a specific manner that makes their concentrations calibrated and maximizes that interaction to get the most amazing therapeutic goals. It actually makes those three ingredients work 2.5 times better in the dermamelan formulation. And that gorgeous complex is patent sigma pigment target. Along with those amazing ingredients of melatonin and sigma pigment target, dermamelan is also filled with many acids and ingredients that you're familiar with. And each of these ingredients has a specific role in the process of ridding you of that pigmentation, whether it's corrective at the top, getting rid of that existing pigmentation, working within that melanocyte, reducing the oxidized stress, calming down those melanosomes, or again, within those pathways. Each ingredient has a specific role. So I'm not going to get too deep into it, but just like anything when you're dealing with the skin, with melanin, the melanin has to come out. So these ingredients are going to work on that autophagy process by lifting and bringing those little pigment molecules up to the surface and shedding them off of the skin. When it comes to working in the melanocyte, in that intracellular regulation, we are going to work on in slowing down or reducing the amount of melanin being transferred to those skin cells through the dendrites. We are also reducing that stress, that oxidated stress within that melanocyte. And we are inhibiting that melanin synthesis. When we speak of melanin production in the skin, we need to take a look at the different triggers. Of course, there's the solar, but then there's that inflammatory process within the skin. And with inflammation and chronic inflammation comes pigmentation. So dermamelan has that great action of reducing that inflammatory action in that skin. And this is your intracellular going in between the pathways. So we are going to reduce that inflammatory process. And you can see here, there's lots of science, and you're more than well able to have this gorgeous recording as well as the slides if you request them from us. So here you can see different scientific proving where it's reducing that cascade of inflammation and reducing the stress on that melanocyte. Another pathway that we deal with when we're talking about pigmentation is that vascular pigment pathway, especially when we're speaking of melasma. So you can see here, it's reduction of the melanogenesis induced by that vascular pathway to 78% with dermamelan. And as well, you can't talk melasma without talking about hormones. So with that hormonal pathway, we are going to inhibit that melanin stimulating hormone and the pathways through there. So with all these gorgeous reduction and inhibitors, you're going to see a change within that melanocyte itself. with the use of dermamelan, we have seen that the melanocytes themselves will start reducing the number of dendrites that they have to deliver that melanin. And that's important because if they're reducing the dendrites, that means that there's not enough. And of course, you can see here we're reducing the melanocyte stimulating dendricity by 33%. And with our dermamelan, you need to understand you have to have a lot of antioxidants in the mix. Antioxidants are going to help that melanocyte and the skin do its best and use those ingredients. So with that antioxidizing action, it's going to work in all those areas. And you can see we are increasing that antioxidant protection by 80% with our dermamelan. And it goes far beyond that. The skin is a beautiful and mysterious organ. And dermamelan can also bring in those other pathways and stop them from even new ones we don't even know are going on at the moment. So here we're also, as I discussed earlier, giving you a very powerful and effective anti-aging treatment. So with those antioxidants, and we're also going to protect the collagen from MMPs, so we're not going to see that breakdown. Put it all together with your inflammatory processes, vascular, hormonal, and other signaling pathways, we have seen a reduction in up to 89% of total melanin in cultures that were stimulated with trizin to get the party started and then treated with dermamelan. So this is going to definitely get your clients and patients the results you want. And now I'm going to pass the mic on to Luis, and he's going to take over from here. Luis.
Hello, everyone. With the dermamelan journey, we have two steps. One step that we do in the office, and then one step, the home kit that people take to use at home. With the first step of the dermamelan journey, where will be the applying the dermamelan facial mask. In this mask, we have again amazing ingredients that is going to help with the melanogenesis and is going to inhibit pigmentation as well, and it's going to lift that pigmentation and clear the skin. We have amazing ingredients, as Pina already mentioned, such as melaphenol, diosmin, retinol, ferulic acid, as well as kojic acid, hesperidine. We have salicylic acid, ascorbic magnesium, and resorcinol, as well as niacinamide. It is an amazing amount of ingredients that they're all going to work synergistically to give you that lifting of pigmentation, that anti-aging, that anti-inflammatory. So it is an amazing treatment to combat many issues and skin concerns. In this new dermamelan, we have introduced the dermamelan ion mask, which is for clinic usage, and it's going to help penetrate the ingredients deeper into the skin. Dermamelan, we're trying to fight dermal hyperpigmentation. So we need all those ingredients to penetrate deeper so they can be delivered in the right places. This mask will use zinc and copper ions to activate this penetration in a process called iontophoresis. So it will accelerate and enhance the absorption of the own active ingredients of the dermamelan mask. In this ion mask, there is the formulation will help with, as I was saying, penetrating the ingredients deeper. And we have hyaluronic acid, we have niacinamide, we have retinol. I personally also like to use this mask to complement other treatments. So once you finish your chemical peel or your microneedling and you want to give a little bit of boost, we sell the dermamelan ion mask by itself that you can use in your own practice and customize your treatments. With this new formulation of the dermamelan, it is a little easier for the patients. Now, the time of exposure where they will have with the mask, the dermamelan mask and the dermamelan ion mask is only 4 hours. After that, they will remove it and then they will start with the home kit. For the home kit, also, the time has been reduced. Now we're only going to use it for 4 months. And the numbers of applications a day, it's only going to be two in the morning and at night. With the first step, I mean, clinic treatment, we're trying to correct that hyperpigmentation, that melasma. And then with the creams at home, we're going to continue enhancing and maintaining these results. The dermamelan treatment home, it's going to help in the intercellular and intracellular regulation as well. As we always say, 20 to 30% of the success is what we do in the office, and the other 70% is what we do at home. So it is extremely crucial for our patients to use the home protocol. In every dermamelan pack, you will find the in office and the home protocol. The home protocol will have the dermamelan treatment, the melan recovery, which is our soothing balm and moisturizer, and our sunscreen that is not just going to help with UV rays, but it's also going to help with pigmentation and regulation of the melanin. In our dermamelan treatment, we have the same ingredients as the dermamelan mask in a much reduced concentration. We still have the melaphenol, which is our patented molecule, the diosmine, retinol, and ferulic acid that they do the same pigment target. And again, cysteamine, kojic acid, niacinamide, salicylic acid. The whole purpose of these ingredients, again, is going to regulate and it's going to regulate and control pigmentation. Mm, in this home kit, we also have the Melan Recovery. This is one of my favorite moisturizers, but it's not just a moisturizer, it's a soothing balm. So it's going to help restore the barrier skin. It's really good for sensitive and reddened skin. It's going to combat reactive manifestations such as redness, irritation, and sensitivity. There is also another property, which is pigment control, since it's going to reduce the oxidative stress related to the appearance of spots. And it is hypoallergenic, so it's suitable for all skin types. And we will apply morning and night or as needed. Some patients that will have a lot of dryness and irritation and redness, they can apply it more often as well.
And I want to add something about Milan recovery being a skin type 4 that reacts like a skin type 1, but feels like a skin type 5. I love this product on its own. And Luis, you know me, I tweeze, I go brown, red, and then I go brown. So whenever I use a product that irritates my skin or something really strong, or I do a procedure, or even simple tweezing or, hair removal, this is something that every skin that is prone to post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation will absolutely love. Back to you, Luis.
In my case, like I have acne and I also have rosacea, and I really like this cream. It helps with my rosacea. It does not clog the pores. It doesn't give me any acne, so it's suitable for every person, and especially in your practice if you're doing other treatments, uh, chemical peels, lasers, amazing after procedure as well. Uh,
Mm.
we also have in the home protocol the sunscreen, our 50 plus sunscreen. It is a very high sun protection. It is good for all skin types from 1 to 6. It is a little tinted, but again, it works on all skin tones. Very high sun protection. We have 131 UVB and 67 UVA. So even though the jar says 50 plus, it is up to 160 of protection of UV rays. Is going to protect against visible light and infrared radiation, as well as blue light. That light that comes from now our cell phones, our TVs, our laptops, they will also aid on that pigmentation. So it's going to help repelling those as well. And it's not only to block UV rays, it also helps with pigmentation. It has azelaic acid, which is going to regulate hyperpigmentation by reducing the activity of enzymes such as tyrosinase. It is a light texture, light color. We recommend that our clients apply it every 2-3 hours, even if they are inside, even if it's winter, if it's snowing, if it's cloudy and they don't see the sun, or if they are at home, they should be wearing this sunscreen every single day of the week and
That's a great
reapplying it
point.
every two to three
Yeah.
hours.
In the evening, too, ladies and gentlemen, when we're sitting at home making dinner, watching TV, or watching our phone, we really need to, we're using something as dermamelan that we are reapplying while we're still awake.
It has such a light texture that you're not gonna feel heavy. It's such an amazing product. Here we have some before and after of our patients. As you can see, how the pigmentation and melasma has been reduced.
In just 4 months, it just amazes me.
Just 4 months, yeah.
And you can see the tone
Look,
of
in my personal experience, I would say 4 months is where you see the best results. But depending of the patient, I have put my patients on the dermamelan home cream for a little longer. I would say 2 more months in order to see the best results. But it doesn't happen in a lot of patients. I would say most patients after the 4 months, melasma has been clear. So we have here a patient journey. I would say from day 1 up to day 15, you will have flakiness, you will have redness, you will have a little bit of irritation. And then after that, your skin will start getting used to the ingredients and it will start coming down. Next one. So here we see one of the patient journey. Again, from day 1 up to day 15, we're going to have flaking, we're going to have peeling, there's going to have a little bit of irritation and erythema, some stinginess, some burning, but it will be all controlled with our melan recovery as well. And then on day 15 to 16, I would say the flaking stays plateau, but our irritation and erythema is going to decrease, and they will start decreasing substantially until day 120, that is the end of our treatment.
now with dermamelan, yes, everything you need is in your home pack, but some this some more help. We're asking that skin to turn over and over using retinols and diamond and salicylic and all those other beautiful ingredients as our active. I said by 15 to day 60, the skin is going to get tired products. Ask me, I think is undergoing a cosmelan or dermamelan journey should be using a who's doing anything at home as a treatment should have a mask or hydrate the skin. And in my opinion, the best friend to a depigmentation. This can be used a lot during that first month is to maintain that calmness of the skin. If you do have this very reactive, have our skin balance. It comes from our spine in all sense. You will notice having coloring. So anything is going to support your derm. This I like to call our 9-1. It's a very highly concentrated serum, 4 to 5 drops for the whole face. Is more is going to give you that 911 reaction. Is that skin reducing that redness and itchiness and that for those experience an excessive amount of flaking or shedding of the skin. And, we have those clients make me beautiful, but don't let anyone see it happen. We do have our fast skin repair. And fast skin repair is again from that sensitive solution range. This is going to protect that barrier and reduce that excessive shedding. Now, another category that does support the dermamelan treatment is our moisturizing solutions range. And those are very visible because they're blue. So think blue, hydration, pink for ouchy and sensitivity. And these are the two ranges that can support your dermamelan and the only other products that you will incorporate in their 4-month journey. This bottle here, our HA Densamatrix, is by far one of my favorites in the meso lineup, actually in all the world when it comes to hyaluronic acid. It's not sticky. It's got a different feel. And Luis, I mean, you know it as well as I do. It just penetrates that skin quickly. I like to use it right on my moving eyelids, on my lips. It is very safe. It's made with 4 different kinds of hyaluronic acid. So it's going to plump the skin and make you look smoother and softer. It's going to go into the deeper layers of that skin and help with the healing. So a gorgeous suggestion, especially at that first few days when their skin is tired of working, this is a great solution. And when it comes to hydration, we have other ones. Did you want to add something, Luis?
For the HA density matrix, I honestly recommend it to all of my patients. And
Mm.
it is so light in texture that you can reapply during the day, and it's going to give you that hydration that your skin needs so badly while during the treatment. So amazing for summer again. It doesn't feel heavy. That's one of the things that I like about my aesthetic products. They don't feel heavy. You don't feel like have anything on the skin, but you are getting all the benefits from them.
Exactly. For those that do want something a little more substantial for that drier skin or in the cooler months, we do have the Hydra Vital Factor K. This again is made with the mesoaesthetic moisture, rich but still light to wear. So even someone like myself with an oily skin has no problem with it. Gives you 24 hours of hydration. And if you do have a skin that's tired and almost hungover from all that hard work, I love the proteoglycogen ampules. I actually call it the hangover ampule because this is a beautiful vial that is just packed with nutrition. So it's giving a boost to that skin while we're asking it to overwork. So this is a great little treat that they can use a half a vial at a time and then plug it up because it does come with the cap as well as the dispensing unit on the top and a beautiful little place set to hold your ampules. Now, post treatment, we are going to see a significant clearing of that melasma or other pigmentation. However, when you're dealing with melasma, you have to understand it is a chronic skin condition that doesn't go away. You have to control it. So for that, we have our post protocol support products. in the way of our Melan Tran 3 concentrate. This is such a versatile product. It is from our pigment control solutions in the gray. And what this is beautiful for, it has all the inhibitors to keep that melanogenesis process at controlled and at with the all that has to calm and soothe. Not only is it great to use nightly post dermamelan, but if you have clients that are prone to PIH and doing laser or other resurface three gel cream can be used over your concentrate with oxidant, perhaps something from the age element line or our global anti-aging. Sorry, we had a malfunction there. Can everyone see me? Sorry about that
Yeah,
technical
we lost
difficulties.
we
Louise,
lost
can you?
you for a second.
Yeah, sorry.
We lost you
Yeah,
for
the
a
internet dropped.
second.
Sorry.
Hello, Pina. Okay, I think we
Yeah.
lost. Spina was saying with mesoaesthetics, we are the leaders in the pigmentation, and hyperpigmentation is honestly the forte for mesoaesthetics. They have amazing treatments for any kind of hyperpigmentation, either if it's superficial hyperpigmentation, epidermal hyperpigmentation, or as with the dermamelan, dermal hyperpigmentation. For that melasma, for that stubborn hyperpigmentation, I like using melasma for my patients that maybe also have had chemical burns. They have done chemical peels somewhere else. They have done lasers and they have all burned their skin. They have made the melasma even worse. Or maybe they only had a little bit of like freckles and they went for laser or IPL and they made it worse. So I like to use dermamelan for that as well, for that stubbornness, hyperpigmentation.
Excellent point there. Sorry about the dropout, folks.
No worries.
And
One
most
thing,
time,
sorry, one thing, Pina,
what
one
I'm
thing that I
gonna
would
give
like
you, yes,
One thing that I would like to add with dermamelan, we can treat all skin types. So many patients will try to do like lasers, or you might have lasers on your clinic that you cannot use on Fitzpatrick 5 and 6. With dermamelan, we can use from the lightest to the darkest skin types, and it is completely safe.
correct. And everyone, thank you for bearing with us with our technical difficulties. This does conclude our presentation today. And of course, with every weekly webinar, we do offer you a treat, some savings on our featured product. And like every other week, today we are offering you a savings of 5%